Welcome to KVCC Action Basketball, direct from Cougar Arena on the campus of Kalamazoo Valley Community College. This afternoon, the Cougars will play a very quick and physical St. Clair Community College. The Cougars are 4-0 coming into today's contest. Hi, I'm Dave Hauser, and along with Gordon Miller, we'll be describing tonight's game. Our technical wizard, Tom Carson, is ready to follow the action, so let's switch now to our pregame interview with the coach. Just caught the last few minutes of the first game. That was about a dead heat, 73-71 in the last seconds. Last night, St. Clair beat this Glen Oaks team by 30. So what's prognosis here?
Well, this is one of those games, Dave, that on paper you got to say St. Clair's favored.
Yep.
They're undefeated. They got some experience back. They won big over, as you said, over Glen Oaks last night. Glen Oaks and Alpena play even. We played pretty even with Alpena last night. So we know we have a challenge ahead of us. One of the things to watch for our viewers, Dave, will be they use a run and jump, North Carolina-style pressure, where one man will leave his man and go to double-team the ball, and then they try to bring another person up to intercept the pass. We have to be smart to fake that pass to that person a lot of times and kick the ball down inside to the guy who's left open farthest away from the ball.
Well, it's going to be an interesting game, and good luck, and it's like a tournament.
Yes, it is. Corey Bridges and Joe Cozell are the two fellas that we're going to have to contain somehow for us to be able to be successful in this game. I think this is our toughest challenge yet.
Okay, good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we're just about set to go here. We're going to have introduction of our starting lineups. For the St. Clair Community College team. Number 22, Corey Bridges, one of the players to watch that Coach Schultz mentioned in pregame. Number 3, Gary Hall, who had 16 points last night against Alpena, helped lead the Cougars. Number 25, Nick Mastry, 6-foot guard. Number 4, Lavelle Guess. Lavelle from Wayne Memorial High School. Number 33, Bill Tart, 6'5" sophomore. Number 21, Dion McPherson, along with Gary Hall, had 16 points last night. Number 45, Joe Cozell, another player to watch, according to Coach Schultz, 6'3" sophomore. Number 43, Jim Hanlon, a solid game last night. Number 15, Fred Manilow, 6'8" sophomore, and at center for the Cougars, number 45, Kyle Smith, another solid game last night. Our coaches are for the Cougars, Head coach Dick Schultz and assistant coach Jason Korstange. And for St. Clair, head coach is Dale Vos, and he's got 3 assistants, Ken Parlad, Kip Jones, and Ray Toit. Gordon is delayed a few minutes, so I'm going to be doing this solo for a while. So please bear with me. Cougars had a good game last night, defeated Alpena. St. Clair defeated Glen Oaks last night by about 30. And in today's game, Alpena defeated Glen Oaks 73-71 in a last-second bucket. So comparative scores, if they mean anything, would put the Cougars at a distinct disadvantage here, maybe a 10-15 point underdog. So we'll see how well the Cougars react against their toughest foe yet this year. Kyle Smith, number 45, and number 15, Fred Manilow, will jump center. Plays underway. Kyle Smith controls the tip to Jim Hanlon. Gary Hall with the ball. Lavelle Guess is open for 3. Doesn't get it. Kyle Smith with a rebound and a follow. Has a shot and a score. And a foul. So Kyle Smith, who had a nice game last night, is on the board here for the Cougars. Fred Manilow with the foul. And Kyle completes that 3-point play to get the Cougars up to a 3-0 lead at the 19:38 mark. Pass inside to Manilow, knocked away by Hanlon, who helped out on defense. And it goes off the leg of a Cougar. And that will be possession to St. Clair. Corey Bridges looks inside, spins and fires, but is partially blocked by Tart. And Kyle Smith comes up with it to Gary Hall. Cougars running the weave over the early part of the game. Lavelle Guess at the top of the key now, and Gary Hall getting down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Hanlon sees the lane to the basket, drives, but it's blocked. Kyle Smith picked up the loose ball and scores. Kyle Smith with all 5 points to put the Cougars up 5-0 with 18:40 left in the first half, and Gordon has just arrived, so we'll have a little diversity in the voices here. And Corey Bridges with the first basket for St. Clair.
Dave.
And we've got a foul as Gary Hall drove through a double team and was tripped up by number 33, Bill Tart.
Well, Dave, I have more questions than anything. What happened in the first game?
The first game was won by Alpena 73-71 with about 4 seconds left. Shot in close. And I mentioned to Coach that you'd have to give St. Clair the edge here, but the Cougars are come out on fire, and Deion McPherson with a 3 has put the Cougars up by 6, 8-2. Kyle Smith had the first 5 points.
He had a good start last night, too, Dave. He was...
And my question for you, is it still 20-14 as you were coming in?
Yes, it was, Dave. I have good news for Michigan fans, and that is that there was only about 20 seconds left to go in the game. Michigan had the ball, and Ohio State had no timeouts. So the people at home would know the result already, but...
Oh, well. They made it interesting.
Yes, they did.
The foul is on Lavelle Guess. And number 45, Joe Kozel, sinks that first one. And he gets 1 out of 2. Rebound by McPherson. Gary Hall open for 3, doesn't get it. Kyle Smith with another rebound and Shot is off to the right, rebounded by number 33, Bill Tart.
Oh, boy.
Cougars come up with a loose ball.
He's a presence that we haven't always had at Kalamazoo Valley there, Dave. Just a big guy in the middle that can front their big guys and get that steal.
Jim Hanlon was working real hard to get it into Kyle. We're down to about 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hanlon finds a lane to the basket and scores. Jim Hanlon with a good read. And that puts the Cougars up by 7, 10-3 with 16:55 left to play in the first half. Long one by Cozell, and off the back of the rim. Cougars with the long rebound. Kyle spins and fires to the basket, and Kyle is a presence inside as he has 7 points. Cougars up by 9, 12-3, 16:22 left to play in the first half.
Dave, the Cougars are off to a fast start, and they may need that because the
well, Corey Bridges tried to adjust that shot because of the defense and ended up fairly wild, and
I'm stuck in mid-sentence there.
oh, Dion McPherson with another three. He's 2 out of 2 from long range, and that puts the Cougars up by 13 with 15:52 left, and the Cougars are shooting well right now. There again, that Kyle made that a tough shot because he jumped at the shooter. Gary Hall handles the defense, or handles the ball real well, and we get another basket by Kyle Smith.
But the St. Clair outscored Glen Oaks by 30 points last night, so they're going to be tough.
Dale Vos wants a 20-second timeout with the Cougars up 17-5.
Good job, Dion. Everybody's playing well on offense right now. Good job, Kyle. Good finish down there. Keep digging with this kind of intensity now. We got off to a good jump, but let's don't let them get any closer than this. Let's stay right on it, tough now, and be solid. Good job calling out the offenses. That's fun to watch when you're taking charge out there and running things like a point guard should. Let's keep it up now. No soft spots. Good work. Be ready for the press. Continue. You got to get to the runner spot real quick because we can go to you quick and to Gary going if you can get over here. Line up on this side on the foul line so you can get here quick, okay? Let's go.
Well, St. Clair was tied at half last night with Glen Oaks. You may have mentioned that, and then they outscored them by 29 in the second half. So it just it is fun to watch this first half, but we may still have a ball game no matter what it is at halftime.
Well, again, we've got several substitutions. 41 is Ron Jeffrey, and 21 is Todd Fowler for St. Clair Skippers. Jeffrey with the shot, and Hanlon with the rebound. Nice work as they pop it out, and Gary Hall with the shot, and I guess that was a two-pointer.
He had both feet on the line.
Again, Kyle Smith with some good work. Not only did he block the pass, he was able to save it. Gary Hall with another jumper from 17, in and out. Hanlon with the rebound, and he's got it, Jim Hanlon. Well, we could not have wished for a better start for the Cougars. They are up 21-5 against a quick, physical team, and seem to be very inspired right now.
Well, I think they're used to pushing the ball into Tart there, and
wow, I didn't see that.
No, I didn't
said
either.
he turned the ball over.
They may be used to pushing the ball inside, and Kyle's making them go away from that. So,
well, the reason yesterday that St. Clair was able to put so much distance between their score and Glen Oaks was the full court pressure. Yeah. And until St. Clair starts making some baskets, they can't make that a factor. And they're missing their shots right now. The Cougars aren't. 14:02 left to play in the first half, and KVCC is playing very well. And ow. Ow.
Yeah. That was a bit of good luck there.
Yeah.
Jim Hanlon gave up his dribble, and he needed to keep it, and people really needed to come back to him. He needed a little company there, and he didn't have it.
Well, the Cougars dodge a small bullet there, and now they have the ball under control. Gary Hall tries to lob it in, and it goes off the hands of St. Clair. 13:44 remains in the first half. Murray with the shot, and the Cougars get the rebound. And Jim Hanlon tried to force it inside and couldn't quite make connection. A good idea.
A little high and a little hard.
Eric Wells into the game also with John Murray now for the Cougars. Shot by Cozell under pressure, and St. Clair couldn't save it.
Yeah, that was the degree of difficulty on that shot was pretty high.
Number 22, Corey Bridges, returns, as does number 15, Fred Manilow. Oh, you're getting tangled here, Gordon. There, try that. Nice pass by Hanlon. Murray to Hall. McPherson doesn't get it. Wells with the rebound, but it's knocked loose and recovered by Tart. Man-to-man defense by the Cougars. Again,
He's trapped in the corner.
Long rebound. We have a held ball, and it's St. Clair possession. Appears that Elias Forforus is feeling better today. He dressed for the game.
Good.
Well, St. Clair finally got it inside, and Ron Jeffrey put up a shot, and he's fouled by Murray.
They were doing some pretty tight passing there underneath.
Yeah.
That's they were right on the out of bounds line.
Jeffrey with that first one. 21-6 is our score now. Kyle Smith with the rebound. Murray, Guess. 3 points, Lavelle Guess.
Nice pass by Murray.
Yep. Again, there's a classic case where he dribbles to the defense. The defense collapses to control, and he pops it out for open shot. Good help by Eric Wells, and it goes off Eric's hands out of bounds. Sean Jajid into the game now for St. Clair.
Of course, we're clicking on all cylinders, but we are cutting them down inside. We're not giving them any room in there.
Neil Johnson gives Gary Hall a rest right now. Jeffrey from the corner, no, and it's rebounded by Shejid. Corey Bridges with a strong move inside. And we've got a foul.
He got that pass at an awful tough location.
Yeah.
He received it in the corner, and that's a hard area to get rid of it.
That's the third team foul on St. Clair. Now we got an advantage, and John Murray to the basket, and we got a blocking foul on Jajid. That name is spelled Jegede. I'm open for suggestions. I didn't get a chance to talk with them on how to pronounce that.
Well, I'll go with Jajid.
Jajid. That's going to have to do.
This is from Sarnia, Ontario. I don't believe any relatives are listening. Nobody available.
But if they are, we're doing our best here.
Another thing the Cougars are doing well is finishing on the fast break. When they've broken the press, that's another example there. They picked up a couple of points.
John Murray with 2 free throws. .21 for St. Clair is Todd Fowler. He is in the game now too for the Skippers. Jeffrey's on the drive. Good help, but there's a case again where Kyle followed through with his hand. If he would have just stayed straight up, that I think that would have been enough of a deterrent. But that's part of the learning process.
I hesitate to give him suggestions, Dave.
Well, I mean, when you're 6'9" and up in the air against someone 6'4", going straight up is a pretty good challenge.
Yeah.
(26-9), the Cougars up by 17. Murray with that rebound. Neil Johnson. And Neil has a double team.
He's in the corner. He may need a timeout.
And he took it. He got it. A 20-second timeout.
Listen to this. Listen. Now, this is what watching videotape can do for you. He doesn't want us to get to that handoff. So when they double team the handoff, you just got to handle it in the trap. You did a pretty good job that time. And the guy whose man goes to double calls for it. You just get it out of that trap, and we take it in there and make the play. Okay, that's just like the run and jump. Now he's going to run and jump here in just a second too. So you got to be prepared to make the run and jump and just take that as your offense. Go to 2 series again. Go make that handoff again, and let's burn it when they double team. Let's go. Come on, Neil. Come on, baby. It's the guy that hands it to him. His man stays there. So he's got to catch the pass and go.
Gordon, in our pregame, we were talking, and Coach said that was the North Carolina trap. So there's another.
Which was that St. Clair is using here? Yes. I couldn't have picked it out, but
well,
that's what he's talking about.
Neil Johnson converts.
That was just the way the coach explained it to him.
Yep, that's just how it's diagrammed. 28-9, and a near steal, long one, and Eric Wells working hard. Lavelle Guest with the save. Now there was a situation. Good feel for the game there, and Cougars had a good attack going. Well, I was going to say, at that inbound save that Guest made, he had the ball under control and looked.
Right.
And had he not seen a good opportunity, I think he would have ate it at that point. And but he had a good opportunity, recognized it, and made the save.
Yep, very nice play.
Kozel back into the game for the Skippers. A long one by Kozel, and it's short, but they have a tip underneath by Tart. Nice pass and kind of a opportunistic slap as Corey Bridges just happened to recognize the play and slapped the ball away from John Murray at the last second. We have Deion McPherson and Jim Hanlon returning to the game. Oh, Jim Hanlon was open, and Kyle Smith wanted to return the pass to John Murray, but he hadn't placed both feet in bounds yet. 28-11, Cougars up by 17 with 9:24 left to play in the first half. Mastery with the ball for St. Clair to Bridges. Tart with the shot off the glass, no, and the loose ball is allowed to go out of bounds, and Cougars will have this possession. Good work by Neil Johnson as Gary Hall had a 3-4 minute rest. Ooh, that, when Gary went up into the air, his options were limited. Bridges, long range is short, but he follows it. And then makes a nice shot, tough shot. Well, Cougars do a nice job of handling that pressure. Hall underneath the Murray, and he's got the shot and the foul. Good work, coast to coast there as the Cougars handled the press in textbook fashion.
Yep.
Created a advantage situation at the other end and cashed in with a basket, and now have a chance to add a free throw. They're up by 17, 30-13 with 8:23 left to play in this first half. And Hanlon working hard, and a nice move underneath by Jim Hanlon. He's got 6 points. So the Cougars come out with 4 points on that opportunity. Corey Bridges, long range is short, and the ball's picked up by Kyle Smith. Cougars pushing it up the floor. Hall, long range, no.
There's a good open shot there.
Mastery with the rebound, but he's has to slow it up. And Jajid with a unorthodox shot. And got a blocking foul on Mastery. Ryan Kennedy checking.
No, that wasn't on Mastery. They're turning it the other way,
did?
of course. Yeah, it was on John Murray.
All right. In this East-West Classic, as the tournament is called, the women played first yesterday, and today it's the reverse. After the second men's game here is complete, why then there will be 2 women's games. Kozel with the turnaround, and that cuts the lead to 14 now. Ryan Kennedy to the basket. Doesn't get it. Kyle Smith brings it home. Good work by the Cougars as Ryan Kennedy recognized the lane to the basket when he was challenged, why Kyle Smith was able to finish the play. McPherson from 18 doesn't get it. Bridges with the rebound. 34-18 with 6:53 left to play. Bridges drives and feeds. Tart. No, and Hanlon with a rebound. Jim Hanlon has several rebounds here in the first half. Corey Bridges with the foul.
He was trying to catch Jim unawares, and that didn't work at all.
Nope. That's the 6th team foul on St. Clair. The Cougars have 5 team fouls. Nice feed and a good rejection there underneath, but the opportunity was there. 55 is David Frazier with the ball now for St. Clair. Gets his own rebound to Jeffries, three-pointer.
We've started to give up a few threes, Dave. They were missing them early.
Gary Hall dribbling through traffic, and he's fouled by Mastery, and that will send Gary Hall to the line for 1-on-1. Corey Bridges checking back in. Now, I thought they weren't supposed to come in until after the...
That's
if
right.
it's 1-on-1?
If it's 1-on-1, I think they can come in anytime.
Oh, okay.
On 2s and 3s, then they have to wait till the next to the last one.
All right. Gary Hall with his 3rd point. Lavelle Guess returns.
Dave, the Cougars go on the road to Alma on December 3, to Danville Community College in Illinois on the 5th and the 6th. So the next home game will be Monday, December 8th against the Calvin JVs.
Okay.
So it'll be a couple of weeks till they're back home.
36-21. The Cougars up by 15. 5:50 left, and a good read by Hanlon. To Kennedy, long range. He's got it. Ryan Kennedy.
Jim Hanlon made that play go there, Dave, with the steal, and
he was just about ready to give a bounce pass underneath for a layup, but then he read the defense was there, kicked it out to Ryan Kennedy, and Ryan put it right in. And there's a tough shot by Tart, and a foul is on Hanlon. But the Cougars have played very well here this first half. Fowler to the scoring table. And he's allowed to check in.
both teams substituting freely. They've each used about 10 men.
And we got a pushing foul. And Jim Hanlon will go to the line for 1-on-1.
Jim shooting around 80% for the year. Last time I checked, I think he was at 83.
You know, another good thing about the setup of this two-game round-robin tournament is that it kind of mimics the conditions you have at the end of the season in a regional tournament or a state tournament. You've got to play the night before and then come back the next afternoon. So
you've got to get your team used to that, because sometimes the body works a little better on a day's rest.
Jeffrey with the three. A good pass by Hanlon to Ryan Kennedy. Ryan converts for his 5th point, and that brings the lead back to 14 points, 41-27 with 4:50 left to play. Jeffrey with
He was
handle
under a lot
in his
of
face, but Cozell got the strange rebound. It never hit anything, and even though we had position, it just was sort of opportunistic.
Yep. Yeah, Jeffrey took that shot under a lot of pressure. It was not a good shot.
Jason McBride and Jan McPherson into the game now for the Cougars. Gary Hall. Now, Gary Hall made a quick pass to Jason McBride and went through his hands. McPherson tried to save but couldn't do it. So that goes back to St. Clair. 41-29, the Cougars up by 12. Bridges for 3, and he's got it. So St. Clair, even though they've been down by as much as 17 points, they haven't given up yet, Gordon. There's 2 more. Boy, maybe. And Hanlon picks up another foul, and this was the type of play we saw yesterday versus Glen Oaks, where St. Clair just sort of really controlled the game through their full court pressure.
Right.
And this is something that we've handled fairly well here up until the last minute. And we don't get it, but worst case scenario, they get a rebound and they get a 4-point play out of it. We got 3-on-1, and we are now.
Yeah, we had a good 3-on-1 there, or 3-on-2, and couldn't cash it in.
There we had some quick hands, maybe a foul, it wasn't called, and there it looked like a travel. And we've got to have a timeout as St. Clair all of a sudden is cut up to a 4-point game with 3:23 left to play in the first half. The Cougars 41, St. Clair 37.
Kyle, you go in for Jim. Eric, you go in for Jason. John, you go at the 3 spot. You got Ryan.
You got it.
41.
What do you got, Jack?
All right, now, we just lost a 20-point lead. Let's dig back in and play smart and under control now. Basketball is a game of momentum. We can't come down the floor and get soft on them. We get soft handling the ball, and that's the kind of stuff that happens. Now, you watched them press last night. You watched them beat a team by 25 and a half. Just take care of the ball and come to meet your passes and be fundamentally sound and make good decisions at the other end. Catch the ball and finish and get back here and dig. We're not getting through that double pick down at the foul line. Be ready to switch that. If you're the guy closest to the side he cuts on, jump out there and take him so he can't have time to shoot it. Pick up our defense now. Let's play with some confidence and some consistency. Let's go. Get into the offense.
Well, Dave, one thing that's happened in the last 5 minutes is that we have, when we've beaten the press, we have not cashed it in. We have kind of just backed the ball off and gotten quite a bit more tentative. That happens when you play against good pressure, but we've got to fight against that.
Well, again, St. Clair was struggling here the first few minutes. They have their confidence now, and they're a different team the last 5 minutes. Cougars have had a confidence check here in the last few minutes, and a little more tentative as Gary short with that shot, and a rebound by Bridges. He carried the ball. Goodness sakes. Carried it twice. Somebody's got to be open. Oh, well.
Let's go there, Eric.
Working hard. He finally got fouled. We had an opportunity there, and then the ball got a little hot to handle.
The Skippers had so many players in the forecourt that they just had to have some people open. It was a nice choice there. I can't remember who made it, if it was Deanne McPherson or...
Well, it was a combination. It went from, I think, McPherson to Murray to Eric Wells. Yep. Eric converts that first free throw. (42-37). The Cougars up by 5 with 2:50 left to play in the first half. That one a little strong. Tart with the rebound to Bridges. Good block by Kyle Smith, and Eric Wells with the loose ball. And Jeffries disrupted that pass, and in Murray's effort to control it, he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Cozell spins, fires, and scores. We got a 3-point game now. Now we got 3-on-2. Good pass by Murray, and Wells to the basket. Doesn't get both efforts.
It's good hustle by Eric.
Yeah. The opportunity was there, just didn't develop. Good help by Eric Wells as Kyle Smith again deflected the pass.
They've worked well there to double team underneath, particularly when they try and go over that front side help.
Jeffries for 3, in and out. Good block. And we've got numbers. But
that's a tough one there. We got to get our...
Jeffries converts at the other end. Now it's a 1-point game, 42-41 with 1:22 left to play in the first half. We've got some numbers again as McPherson to the basket, scores. Nice feed by Gary Hall. And we're up by 3 with 1:08 remaining. Tart is fouled by Kyle Smith. And with 2 fouls on Kyle Smith and a minute left to play, well, I saw Coach hold up 2 fingers. He's letting Kyle know that he has 2 fouls.
Yep.
We don't want another one here for half. I would say if we were in a conference situation or a game of more importance later in the year, he would take Kyle out right now.
Well, Dave, I think it just depends on how tired he is. You pick up more fouls when you're tired, and if he senses that Kyle's tired, he'd take him out, and if he thinks he's fresh enough and leading in there.
Gary Hall with a 3-pointer. Well, I think what he wants Kyle to learn to do is to play under a situation where he knows that he's not supposed to make a foul here in the next minute.
Yeah.
So there they answer back with another 3-pointer. It goes back to a 1-point game with 20 seconds left. Nice pass by Kyle Smith. Murray to the basket. He scores and he's fouled. Oh, good work by John Murray. John playing with more confidence, I think, as with each minute passes, Gordon.
Right.
Last night he came in and had some very nice minutes. Elias Forforis, I believe, will check in for Kyle Smith.
Again, he's been under the weather here. You can see they've done a little scouting, and not just over the last day or two, because when Elias went in, they said he's a shooter. Well,
he's also a rebounder.
Yeah.
And he makes a good effort there to put the Cougars up by 5, 51-46. And we've got 7 seconds remaining. Bridges for 3. It's knocked loose, and it'll go out of bounds to end the first half. So kind of a strange first half. We end on a positive note, 51-46. And what do you look for here to these coaches to say to their teams at halftime, Gordon?
Well, Dave, I don't know. It's been a game of spurts. It's like the coach said in that huddle. He said it's a game of momentum. In this game, we were up by 17 at one point. Then it goes down to 1. Then now we're back up by 5. And particularly with the pressure that St. Clair can put on, we're going to see big changes.
This is one of those games where no lead will be very comfortable till the final buzzer goes. So we'll see. Well, we do have some interesting stats here. Gordon, we out-rebounded them 28-16. And we outshot them 55.6% to 47.4%. But why this game is close is we've got 12 turnovers and they've got 5. So we're going to have to handle the ball. It looks like we're controlling the boards. But we just have to make a little better effort handling the ball.
Yeah, that 12 turnovers. Do you remember how many we had last night at half? I think we were handling the
4 or
ball.
5.
Yeah, we were handling the ball much better last night.
Steals are equals, 4 on each team as Cougars have first possession here in the second half. McPherson with a long 3. Rebound by Mastery. Knocked away by Guess. Picked up by Bridges.
Plenty of time still on the shot clock.
Manilow with the shot. Rebounded. Bridges for 3. Doesn't get it. And Kyle Smith.
We've got to
with the
get a little
rebound.
more pressure on those threes.
Gary Hall with the ball for the Cougars. Drives the lane. Doesn't get the shot, but gets a rebound, and he was fouled, and there was not a call, and it, to me, from this vantage point, it looked like his wrist.
Bridges got a very good hack on him there.
Kyle Smith with the inbounds pass. Lavelle Guess open, in and out. Kozel with the rebound. We've gone about a minute and a half without a score yet in the second half. And again, the first few minutes of the second half can be a preview of the entire second half sometimes.
Yep, it quite often sets the tone for the game.
There, Cougars force a
6 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a good travel.
Took several steps underneath. And
I thought he might have traveled taking off, and I certainly thought he traveled when he finished that.
Yeah. I guess they were just little steps, though. 51-48. There's a two-pointer by McPherson. Ten points for Dion. Corey Bridges with the ball. Kozel for 3, no. Kyle Smith with a rebound and looked like he was fouled. Gary Hall. Cross court to McPherson, who tries to push it into Kyle Smith, but Kozel steals the pass. Mastery for 2. Good jump at the shooter by Kyle Smith. Hanlon with the ball for the Cougars. McPherson, long range off the back of the rim. 53-48, and both teams starting out cold here in the second half. Nice pass by Kozel, and Tart converts for the Skippers. Gary Hall is going to be charged with a carry again. 16:38 remaining, 53-50. Cougars up by 3. Kozel with the cross-court pass, and he converts that 15-footer. And that brings the lead down to 1, 53-52. There's the double team, and ball just eluded the pass. The ball just eluded being stolen. Kyle Smith with a good spin move, and he's fouled, and he gets the basket. Kyle Smith had 11 points the first half to lead the Cougars, and now he's got another basket and a chance to add one more.
He's got a nice touch. It's nice to see the Cougars working that into him.
Yes, and I like the way he spins to the basket, too. He's making a quick move and making the most of it.
Yep, he works hard without the ball.
(55-52). Cougars have a 3-point advantage. Bridges for 3, for 2. 55-54. There comes the double. Up quickly to Guess, who shoots 3, in and out. Tart with the rebound, and Bridges with the ball. And Skippers want to run play number 1. There. That time, you take big steps, they're going to call them.
Yeah, we've seen that move a couple of times. We just haven't seen that call.
There's a quick pass, and Kyle Smith's going to get a jam there. It's kind of a relax in the play, and good read by, I believe, Jim Hanlon took that ball out of bounds. Cougars up by 3 again, and Mastery doesn't get the shot. McPherson with the rebound, has it knocked away, it's loose, and Bridges picks it up and has it knocked away, and Lavelle Guess.
It's fouled there by Kozel.
Yeah, and that's the
That was kind of a wild,
foul.
wild sequence
Yeah,
there.
I think I should have just let it happen and not try to call it, because it was too fast for me to handle. Hall from long range, he's got it, Gary Hall. Gordon Weaver 5 out of 8 in the first half from 3-point range, so our 3-point shooting is picked up.
Yep, it's good shooting.
60-54, we're up by 6. Tart gets possession, and then...
You know, Guess made that play there. I think he got a hand on the ball.
McPherson to Kyle Smith. Sees a lane, drives, shoots, and scores. Tart knocks it out, but still a good basket. And coach liked that one. He got up, and he was excited because he likes that kind of play out of Kyle.
Yep. You can get a technical for punching the ball back through the net.
Well,
I think it was incidental and not
inadvertent.
intentional, yeah.
Good work here as we've got an 8-point advantage, 62-54 with 13:44 left to play in the game. Jeffries for three is short. And we've got a push underneath. Foul on Manilow.
Boy, somebody better pick up Eric Wells here. He's just going to go to the basket.
Well, and
they didn't.
I guess that's why they pay you the big bucks, Gordon.
Yes.
You can see those things.
Well, Tart's coming out of the game. The coach didn't like that much. I could hear the assistant from up here telling him, get behind him.
Yeah.
You got to get between him and the goal and on the inside.
Eric will have 2 shots from the line. (63-54). Cougars up by 9. And Eric gets them both. Good knock away by Wells, and it goes out of bounds. Off for the Cougars. (64-54). Cougars up by 10. Good work by Murray, and we near steal. And the situation was the shot clock was running out, and that forced the Skippers into a very difficult situation.
Boy, we almost, Eric Wells was open.
Wow.
Down floor again.
Well, now we got numbers. John Murray got it. John Murray working hard.
Nice touch.
He's got 8 points. Puts the Cougars back by 12, but like we said at halftime, Gordon, no lead is comfortable with a team like St. Clair. They show a lot of quickness and do a lot of things. And
they can just start feasting on that press. And
yep. We saw a 17-point lead evaporate in a hurry in the first half. And we're going to have a foul on Jim Hanlon as he tried to recover that loose ball.
First team foul for the Cougars, 4 for St. Clair.
66-56 with 12:14 remaining. Three-pointer by Fowler. Hall with the loose ball and the basket. Gary Hall with an opportunistic basket. Foul on Hall. 68-59, Cougars up by 9 with 11:36 left to play.
They called him for the bump on the body there. He gave him a bump as he was going up. The Cougars go away here. We won't see them for a couple of weeks, Dave. They go away on Wednesday, December 3rd to play the Elma JVs. They go down to Danville, Illinois on December 5th and 6th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. They play Triton College and Danville Community College down there. And then they come back on Monday, December 8th, and they're home for a week. 8th, 10th, and 12th. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you'll have plenty of opportunities.
Is it a Friday, Saturday game?
Yes, in Danville.
No, in the 12th and 13th.
Yeah, it's Monday, Wednesday,
Christmas
Friday,
time.
Saturday.
Yeah. Murray with the drive to the basket. And good work. 10 points for John Murray. 70-61. The Cougars back up by 9, and Kozel from long range. And he cuts that lead to 6. 70-64. Murray to the basket. No. Tipped away by Wells and picked up by Jeffries. Mastery doesn't get it, but he's fouled. Neil Johnson with that foul.
So you took a knock on the head there.
Yeah.
Neil did. Had a little incidental contact after the play.
Well, I think Mastery sort of led that play with his elbow. And
yeah.
in and out. Jeffries with the rebound. He doesn't get it. Kyle Smith has it and controls it. Neil Johnson with the ball. LaBelle Gass in and out, and Kozel with a rebound. Tart to the basket is rejected by Kyle Smith, and Tart took kind of a tough ball, but
I want to see where the official calls the fouls here. He called it on the body, you know, and they don't. Kyle was a long ways under the basket. They don't usually give you that body contact that far under. No, they don't usually call the foul when you get the contact that far under the basket.
Well, Tart a little short with that one. Oh, nice play by Kyle. And well, that was
a good play by St. Clair. They had a little volleyball going on.
They are quick. There was a play where you thought we had a sure advantage, and then their defense was able to react. Blocked by Wells, but a foul on the play, and the lead is down to 4, 70-66 with 9:42 left to play, and Mastery at the line for 2. That's our 15th foul.
First on Eric Wells.
(70-67). 70-68, a 2-point game. A foul on Tart.
Well, Dave, the women's games are starting to file in here. You see a couple of teams setting up here. I believe Kalamazoo Valley has the late game, but
Hanlon on a drive to Kyle Smith from about 15 is short. Fowler, long range, no, and a tip is by Tart, and that ties it at 70. Murray to the basket, and we get a blocking foul on Fowler. And that's a 6-team foul on the Skippers.
we have had those momentum shifts there, Dave, that we talked about at halftime. We were up 17, then it got down to 1. We were up 12 in this half, now it's down to nothing.
Tart. And he's called for a charge as LaBelle Guess. We're in position, and Tart went right over him. .37 left to play, and the game is a dead heat right now, 70 apiece.
Tart has 4 fouls there, Dave, so
Deion McPherson did a good job there of being patient with the double team and making that free safety commit.
Yep.
And then he created an advantage situation. Had he not been that patient, they may have had another steal the other way. So 8:31 remains to be played in the game.
That's also 3 on number 25, Mastery. So the St. Clair is starting to get a little bit of foul trouble here.
Gary Hall sinks that first one. Gary with 13 points thus far. Make that 14, and the Cougars back on top by 2.
Mastery has a little blood on the knee, so they've got to have a substitute come in, or they've got to clean it, or...
Nice feed by Mastery, and that results in a 2-point conversion. Wow, it's close, and that's not good. St. Clair tries to bait you, and they make you pay, and now they're up by 3. Cozell with that 3-pointer. McPherson from the free throw line, he scores. 12 points for Deion McPherson. The Cougars still trail by 1, 75-74. Well, nice alley-oop play as Mastery came off a pick. 2-on-1, and Hall to the basket. Oh, nice play, Gary Hall.
Yeah, he made Manilow choose what he was going to do, and Manilow had no way to win there.
Well, Gary just sort of flew to the basket. Fowler with a double pick, and he gets a 3. And that puts the Cougars down by 4. And we've got a foul on Kozel.
Well, Cougars are down by 4, but they've got an edge 9-5 in team fouls, which may be crucial as we get into the later stages of this game.
Again, a lot of substituting going on. The skippers keep a fresh unit in there with all their numbers. They play about 10, 12 deep.
Yep.
We've been playing about 7 or 8. The other thing that is kind of an advantage for the Cougars is last night they could sleep in their own beds.
But yeah, it makes a lot of difference.
St. Clair had to deal with hotel accommodations.
3-hour bus ride and the night in the hotel.
Hanlon gets 1 out of 2. Murray! Oh, a quick call. Nuts. And
nice
good
hustle
effort by John Murray is kind of taken away by a quick whistle. Cougars down by 3 with 6:43 remaining. Bridges. Jeffrey spins and blocked by, oh man. That was a pretty touchy foul. The thing was that on the shot, I don't think he had a real clear shot to the basket. He was just trying to put something up to draw the foul, and
he had a tough angle behind the basket. So
I thought Kyle did a nice job of blocking that one. Well, Jeffries misses that free throw, but that was at least Kyle's third. Maybe
it's his fourth.
Fourth? Yes. Okay. And they get 1 out of 2. And there we have Jajid riding the back of Jim Hanlon. Jim Hanlon will get 2 shots. Well, they're going to call that an intentional foul because it's a push from behind, and I thought the St. Clair player had he obviously fouled him, but he was just trying to get his balance, but the referee saw it a little different.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Dave.
Jim Hanlon converts. Eric Wells checks in for Kyle Smith. Jim converts both free throws, and we'll get the ball out of bounds. So Cougars get a break here. They trail by 2, but they have a good chance to tie here with 6:20 remaining on the clock. McPherson got it. Dion with kind of a running jumper there. Tough shot, but he converts, and that ties it at 81.
You got a call of an illegal screen here.
Well, I didn't see it.
It was off the ball. I didn't see it either, Dave.
Oh, well, I wasn't watching Jeffries either.
Yep.
But Jim Hanlon goes back to the line. And there seems to be some confusion in there. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Well, they're doing the substitution now. Maybe the I think we may have a little more blood there. Whenever you got blood on the
okay.
exposed these days, you come out of the game, or you've got to get that taken care of immediately.
Well, you know, it's kind of a good thing that happened after Larry Bird retired or was in his last couple of years, because he was one that
he was a tomato.
Constantly gave it all he had, and now Cougars showing zone here, 2-3. They've got the lead again, 83-81. But not for long, as Bridges connects on a three-pointer. Hall for two. No, but Eric Wells with the rebound, and McPherson for three. No. Bridges with the rebound.
We had a couple of good looks at the basket there.
Yep. Cougars trail by one. Skippers with the ball. We're down to under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bridges, 15 feet under pressure. Wells with a big, Hanlon with a big rebound. And we've got Jajid riding him down the court, and he's going to be charged with a foul. So one of the things we mentioned, again, before the game started was not only St. Clair was probably the quickest team the Cougars were going to deal with thus far this year, but one of the more physical, and they put a lot of pressure on, and they are not afraid for some contact with the person handling the ball. And Hanlon at the line again. That ties it at 84. Fowler and Tart check into the game for St. Clair. And Hanlon converts them both. And we've got timeout on the floor with the Cougars up by one.
Okay, who's got 21 now? Jim, you got 21? Yeah, okay. Okay, who you got, Gary? Okay, already got everybody covered now. When a team's got two all-conference players that are excellent shooters, that have hit a lot of threes in a game, who's going to shoot them down the stretch? Okay, 22. The last time we got up with him good, we pressured him, we didn't let him have a good shot. We're going to play those two guys now not to catch the ball. You've got to be in the passing lane, not to let them catch it. And if they're posting, you other men have to be back and help, because you know they're going to try to do it. They're the ones that have offensive confidence. They're the ones that have been through it before, and the other guys are going to be a little bit reluctant. We can't let them have a wide open shot, but they're going to be a little bit reluctant probably to take that shot. So we got to, as a team now, all five of us have to know where 45 is. So if he backdoors or something, they're there to pick him up. If he drives, if 22 drives, we're there to take a charge on him. We're keying our defense to stopping those two guys from scoring any points from here on out. All right? On offense, let's get the lead. We got the lead what, by 2? By 1 point. Let's come down. What do you feel comfortable running? Weave. Oh. Let's try weave. Okay, I mean, let's try high first. Let's go high first, Gary, and then weave. Okay, after that.
I was going up top because he was picking. He was trying to pick for him, that's why.
Yeah, you got to come a little quicker. But yeah, you're right. He went out there. Let's go. We got to go. Let's go.
Well, 22 and 45, Cozell and Bridges both got about 30 points last night, Dave, and so Coach Schultz said they're all-conference players, and they're going to be comfortable, and coming down the stretch, they're going to go to those guys, and so that's where we have to focus our defense here.
Well, we want to make their other players make that shot. They get the ball inside to Tart, and we've got a foul on Wells. That's the 7th team foul, so that will put St. Clair at the line. Kyle Smith returns.
This is 1-on-1.
Well, it's 1 and none.
Yep. Might need a timeout here.
We've got numbers down if we can get the ball. And another foul again. St. Clair is a very aggressive team, and they will put their bodies on the line.
At the other end of the floor, Dave, they had 4 guys within 5 feet of the line.
Yep.
They were in a blitz there.
But still, they got back awfully fast.
Yeah, they did.
John Murray at the line. 4-2.
It's a good thing I wasn't in there, Dave, because I would have been tempted to call a timeout there at a couple of points there if I were on the floor, because I just thought the pressure was too much. But as it was, we beat it.
We get 1 out of 2. And we're up by 2 now, 86-84, with 4 1/4 left. Jeffries inside, he's fouled by McPherson. $86-85.
It's a matter of conditioning from here on in, Dave. Game's tied.
Conditioning and good decisions.
Yep.
And there is a little of both. As we were patient, we made a good decision and showed a little quickness too. We're down to 9 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by the Cougars. Fowler was forced to travel by the pressure and the situation. And now the Cougars have an advantage. Murray again. Got it. John Murray with some big baskets. And that increases the lead to 4 with 3:27 left. Cozell spins, fires, and doesn't get it under pressure, and we've got a foul on Tart as Kyle Smith had position for the rebound, and he was fouled.
That's Tart's 5th, so they need to they'll be putting a substitute in here.
One down.
I think Tart was saying he was banged from behind, that he was just kind of sandwiched in there, and that the foul wasn't his. But
by the looks of things, I don't think St. Clair will run out of players.
Right.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. They've got at least 9
down the bench there.
On the bench, yeah. Kyle Smith with the free throw. Kyle's had a real solid game, both halves. And really, the Cougars as a team have played well together today. They've had to deal with some very difficult pressure. Cozell with a 3, no, and the tip is by Manilow. Fowler comes out with it. And Bridges on a drive, takes an extra step. Goodness sakes, he took, I guess he's allowed to take an extra step, Gordon.
Yep. They called that foul on the floor, so it'll be 1 and 1.
Well, coach can rewind that one, but from my vantage point, he took about 3 steps. 92-86. The Cougars up by 6 with 2:38 left to play. And Bridges with the first free throw. Four-point game. And we're struggling getting the ball in, and Jim Hanlon calls a timeout because we do not want to risk a turnover with 2:38 remaining. The Cougars up by 4.
Mike, you got to stay up here to help with the coverage on that. You can't be down under the bucket. All right, if he's got his hands on you, got to knock him away and go. See, you're waiting too long now. Just screen for Gary a couple times. We haven't done that much, right? Turn around and screen for him, then you blast off of there hard, then you go the other way. Whichever way Gary goes, you go the other way. But as soon as whichever one of you catches it inbounds, the other guy's got to be in the middle. Okay, we're running layup now, but we're trying to convert it for a layup. We're trying to score on it. Okay, get it to the bucket strong, but don't take a hard shot, just like we talked about last night. Okay, let's go. Let's go! When it runs down, Gary, when it runs down, go to motion. When it gets down to 15, we'll go to motion.
Okay. Fairly obvious strategy there, Dave, is we're going to be very patient on offense.
Well, we're going to try to milk the clock, and again, if you handle the ball enough, it's almost a guarantee you'll be fouled because St. Clair plays aggressively. And well,
John had a hard time getting the handle on that. He needed to get that to Kyle Smith just a bit sooner there.
But again, St. Clair has just outstanding quickness, and just when we think we have an easy basket, somebody comes out of nowhere, it seems like, to disrupt the play. Hanlon in close, he gets it. Jim Hanlon.
Big basket. Well, there was a little confusion on the matchups there. This is no time to give up an open three.
Yep. Jim Hanlon has about 15 points on the game. Jeffries to Fowler. Kozel. Bridges. Manilow underneath. He doesn't get the shot. Out of bounds off of Manilow, and Bridges made a nice pass, and Manilow couldn't convert. So
that was a good point that Coach Schultz made, where he said that you got to watch 45 and 21, and those guys have been the ones that have done it under pressure and not the other ones.
Good patience there by Kyle Smith. He had the ball about 10 feet from the basket, but brought it out top. And there's what I'm saying about the fouling, Gordon. If you hold on to it for about 15, 20 seconds, St. Clair
they're going to be on you.
They're going to gamble and commit a foul, although Bridges has been there in the thick of it the whole game, it seems like, and that's only his second personal foul. Gary Hall at the line for 2.
He's a good man to have at the line in this particular circumstance, Dave. Good shooter.
In some very important games for Benton Harbor in the last couple years.
Yep. No stranger to high-pressure situations.
And he looks golden at the free throw line as he converts to put the Cougars up by 8 with 1:52 remaining. But I wouldn't put my money in the bank just yet.
Yep. Mastery substitutes in for Manilow.
Especially with the three-point shot, such a weapon. Mastery drives and scores, and that cuts it to 6, 96-90. Gary Hall with the ball to Hanlon. Good no-look pass, but then the defense is there, and we've got a out-of-bounds violation. I think John Murray may have had his foot on the line.
Yep.
And 1:21 left to play. St. Clair's possession. Cougars up by 6. Kozel to Manilow to Mastery, and we got a traveling violation. Now that
Denny Rothenthal called that one on the far side.
That was borderline, I thought. It may have been, but wasn't nearly as flagrant as a couple other traveling violations that I've seen. There was a slap on the arm. Kyle Smith with the ball.
Wisely pulls it out.
Let's see if St. Clair fouls
We're
again.
under a minute. Cougars with a 6-point lead.
There's the foul.
Yep.
53 seconds left. And McPherson will go to the line for 2 more. Lavelle Guest comes in. John Murray takes a rest. John had a long spell there where he was in and did some really nice work. He has 9 points here in the second half to go along with 6 in the first for a nice floor game.
He put good pressure on number 45, Joe Cozell, who's a dangerous player.
McPherson got 1 out of 2 to increase the lead to 7. Now Jeffries explodes to the basket, but St. Clair is in a situation where they almost have to go for 3.
Yeah.
22nd timeout. Cougars up by 5.
Good pullback. Yeah, you made a good choice. You were too late. Now, here's the tough part of this, man. Come on up here. This is the tough part is trying to stop the 3 and still not give them a layup like they got right there. You got to play position, but force the man, if he's going to drive, to go to the middle. Don't let him take that move like he did right there all the way to the baseline. And if you can get there, you know they're going to drive it to the bucket. That's fine, but we just can't let them have a 3. A 2 doesn't kill us right now, but a 3 would. We don't want that. We don't want to give up the 3. Okay, run your routes. Handle the ball strong. Stay low with it. We're going to shoot some more free throws. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, yeah, Dave, we have some company here today. Mike Ingram from Lansing Community College is obviously scouting the Cougars to see what
Probably
they look
scouting
like.
both teams. I imagine he plays St. Clair too.
Yep.
And there we have a forced error, and it goes off the hands of McPherson. So St. Clair gets the ball right back.
So, did Mike leave, Dave? I'm surprised he looks like he walked out the door right before the game's been decided.
Well,
odd time to leave, but he's not just an ordinary fan there.
He's out for 3, and we got a 2-point game with 37 seconds left, and bang, bang, we've got all sorts of problems now as a 2-point lead left with 37 seconds to play.
Man, these good things don't come easy. You just got to get down low, Dion. You're standing too straight up and down when you catch that ball. You got to get low and force that contact. Turn with it and get it back strong, and you got to be in the middle if he does catch it. Okay, we're probably a little better off getting it to Gary if you can, and let Dion be the one that's in the middle. It does, although you may not be able to determine that. The 3-man starts, and he starts down, and if he doesn't throw it to you long, you can be the last option coming back up. Okay, as well as Kyle.
Corners down there. If you catch it so far in the corner, you can't go anywhere.
Try to make that shortcut.
You can at least retreat back a little bit.
But that means you got to get your space on him quick. You can't get your space at the end of the cut. You have to get it at the beginning of the cut. And Jim has to throw your lead pass. Yes, we have worked too hard, man. We got to dig in now and execute. Got to make our free throws. 37 seconds is a lot of time. We're in layup. They're going to get trapped. Take it in there and convert it. Finish the play. The other end. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, Gordon, we don't have to take a shot here. With 35 seconds on the shot clock, 37.4 on the game clock. But we're in pretty good shape if we run the clock out.
Yeah,
I don't anticipate that happening, but
no surprise at all to see the way this game is finishing either, Dave. It's been a game of spurts and momentum changes, and
well, yeah, that's it. We could have gone to the basket there, and
no point in gambling here.
Exactly.
I think
Gary Hall is going to draw the foul.
He's going to get bumped.
And he'll go to the line for 2. And again, there's 23.9 seconds left, so this game is far from over.
Going through the schedule again, Dave, we go away for a few games, go down to Illinois, go up to Alma, and then the week of December 8th, we'll have 4 home games. December 8th, 10th, 12th, and 13th.
Gary Hall with a big free throw. The Alma varsity now is coached by Kevin Skaggs, who was an assistant here at Kalamazoo Valley for several years and has a very successful program in the making at Alma.
Yep, we quite often get to see some of our old KVCC players. Leon Larthridge, of course, is an assistant coach at Glen Oaks. So
Steve Hennigan now the head coach at Olivet. And the Cougars ask for a timeout. We've got a 4-point lead with 23.9 seconds remaining.
All right. Now this is what we're going to do. We're going to work really hard to get this done now. Your man's been taking it out, right? As soon as he enters the ball inbounds, you're going to dig in and not let him have the ball back. Okay? Gary, you're going to be on 22 full court. No matter where he is, you do not want him to catch the inbounds pass. Okay? And everybody else, we want to keep it out of their hands now. If 22 does make a great move and get it, then you just get back and dig in and play him, but don't let him have a three. Okay, now you have to also guard against fouling him on a three, because three doesn't put him ahead, but a foul on a three gives him four. Okay, so you got to make sure. You want to make them drive, and the rest of you are ready to take a charge if they drive in there. Don't be afraid now to get in there. If that guy's coming in there hard, you got to step in there and take it. Yeah, and when the shot goes up, it's got to be all five of you to the boards. Nobody's watching. All five guys are going after. We have to get the rebound. You're going to get trapped quick, handle it strong, get back to the foul line. Let's play this defense one time now. Let's go. Let's go. One time. Let's finish it.
Smother him, okay?
Go!
Gary Hall is clearly under a load here, Dave. He's got to guard Corey Bridges, number 22. Who's
well, it's not as bad as I thought. So, oh, there's Corey.
Corey's here.
Yeah, there for a while. I thought he might.
Trust me, he's a part of the play there, Dave.
Well, they're going to let Manilow handle it now.
Ooh, there's almost a turnover.
Yeah.
That's
St. Clair using a lot of clock. And with 12 seconds left, Jeffries is fouled as he goes up with the shot. The good thing about that sequence is it used about 12 seconds. And
well, St. Clair was on the edge there, Dave. They almost had a turnover, a violation with the ball there. And then Kyle Smith was almost picked up the charge. So.
Jeffries sinks that first one. 12 seconds remaining. The Cougars up by 3.
They've got a pressure team in here, Dave. They took their bigger guys out.
Big free throw right here. And Jeffries cans it. And we need to get the ball in safely. And oh, Gary Hall was falling down, and from here, it didn't look like a very flagrant foul.
Right.
A hold could have been called, and I don't know whose possession it is. We can't see the possession clock. But anyway, Gary Hall will go to the line for 2.
I believe John Murray was tied up under the basket, and the ball went to St. Clair, so I think the possession arrow goes our way. The clock does show the possession arrow still, Dave, so it shows it going our way.
Oh, okay. Gary needs to get at least one of these two. And he does, and that is a big plus. Now, if he puts this second one in, that's gives the Cougars just a breath extra. Right now they have a 3-point advantage, 100-97. And Gary gets them both. Mastery with the ball for St. Clair, and he's going to use a lot of time. He's got to shoot it. And he does, and he doesn't get it. Kyle Smith with the rebound. He's fouled immediately, and there's 0.6 of a second left. So St. Clair kind of breaking down on offense a little bit because they did not have time to burn, and they burned a little.
Yeah, Mastery gave up his dribble, was in the lane, and he tried to draw the charge, or draw the foul, which was not a bad idea, but he needed not to give up that dribble there.
Kyle will be at the line for 2 shots. And They are pretty much academic. We're up by 4, 6/10 of a second left, which is hardly enough to release the shot. So we will not even contend this inbound pass, I don't think.
Yep.
Well, he got the shot off in 6/10 of a second and nearly made it, but the Cougars come up with a big win. Their 5th of the season, 102-97 over the St. Clair Skippers. And Gordon, I think, all in all, Kalamazoo Valley has to be pleased with the effort here.
Oh yeah, Dave, nothing like a couple of wins. These are against quality programs, and they've done well over the past couple of years. And this was a good game too, Dave, to get a test against a different style of play. That is, you'll see quite a bit of pressure over the year, and so it's good to get that out of the way. And we did much better than Glen Oaks at handling that pressure. So,
well, I think we had a 5-point margin at half, and we ended the game with a 5-point margin. So, very good effort there on part of the Cougars, and we'll be back and talk with the coach. Our final again today, KVCC 102, St. Clair 97. For the Skippers, they were led by Kozel and Jeffrey with 23, Bridges with 19, Tart with 12. They had 34 rebounds and shot 47.2% for the game. For the Cougars, Gary Hall led the way with 22 points, Kyle Smith with 20 points and 14 rebounds, Dion McPherson, John Murray, and Jim Hanlon all with 15 points. The Cougars out-rebounded the Skippers by 9, 43-34, and shot a very nice 54.8%. I think it was about 53 last night. So the one item for concern was the 20 turnovers versus 12 for St. Clair, but other than that, a very interesting game, and I think a good confidence builder.
I hope so. I think we're getting better, Dave. I think this was the best game we played. You know, I keep saying that. I hope I keep saying that all year long, but we really did play a good team today, and that game could have gotten away very easily. I think the turnovers in the first half, if you look at the halftime stat sheet, you probably made mention of this, but they beat us in we beat them in every statistic except the turnovers.
And the rebounding was real lopsided.
Yeah, which we haven't been doing. We haven't been out-rebounding our opponent, but
you looked at the scoreboard, and they were only down 5.
Yeah, when you play fast break basketball, you have momentum swings. It's very difficult for me. I'm still, we've been running for years out here, but I was raised in this old walk it down the floor style of ball, and my first few teams at Valley played that way. And when you play fast break, you have a lot more momentum swings than you do in that more conservative style of basketball.
Speaking of momentum swings, you were up by as much as 17 that first half, and then all of a sudden it was an even ball game.
That same thing happened last night where a team scored 10 points in less than a minute. They start burying threes, and all of a sudden that lead that you're nursing, 11, 12-point lead, and it's a tight ball game right down to the finish. So that three-pointer, we've said this over and over, but when that thing came in the game in 86-87, that changed the game. It changed the way you have to play it. I think it changed it even more than the shot clock changed it.
Several keys in today's game. I would say a big plus was the play of Kyle Smith, who really asserted himself today.
Yes, this was the first game that we've had a big man that's been that's had 20 points. We have had somebody, I think, with 15 rebounds, but Kyle had to play strong, and they like to trap the rebounders, so he had to get it out of there. They are very well coached. They tried to exploit our weaknesses. They had videotape of our game last night. I'm sure Dale watched it and got his players ready. They had a lot of fresh players to throw in, so we knew it was going to be a struggle. I think they're probably a little deeper than we are. They may go 11, 12 deep. Plus, they had 2 polished all-conference players in Kozel and Bridges had 27 against us last year up there. So I felt all in all the defensive job that Lavelle and John Murray did on Kozel and the defense that Gary did on Bridges, very key factors, even though Kozel ended up at 23 and Bridges 19, and they could have had 28 and 26 very easily.
Well, John Murray is a nice person to have come off the bench and add a lot of offense and a lot of hard work, and he played well both halves.
Those 2 big buckets against the press late in the game were about 10-foot jumpers. That's John's specialty, and that's a great place to have him in our offense when Gary's bringing the ball. But Dion and Jim and our other people have to do the job against that pressure. And Jim Hanlon, I thought, had a great 4 game. And I don't know how many turnovers he had, but he took care of the ball pretty well. And
I thought really had a solid game for us too.
Again, the quickness of St. Clair was significant. There were several times where I thought, oh, the Cougars got an easy one, and all of a sudden 2 or 3 St. Clair guys would come out of nowhere.
Yep. That was a good win. I'm happy that we have a little time off now. They can focus on their studies. We're going to practice Monday, Tuesday, not practice Wednesday, so they can get home a little early for Thanksgiving, and then come back the following Monday. And I think we go Monday, Tuesday practice. We go up to Alma, and then we go down to Illinois to play Triton Junior College and Danville College, Community College. That's where the national tournament's held this year. So we got some great games coming up, some great competition, and I just hope we can keep improving.
Well, you got a nice Thanksgiving break. I hope everyone has a nice Thanksgiving out there. Again, the Cougars win their 5th game, 102-97. And we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's game, and please join us again for more KVCC Action Basketball.